Beletahunter Productions Publishing. Book Club Recommendations and Excerpt Reading. An agenda will be a brief welcome from me, a platform description about the day's discussion. I will present the book title. I will talk about the book's genre. I will give a little bit about the book as a book description. I will do an excerpt reading, and I will do a summary Q&A wrap up. Welcome to Beletahunter Productions Publishing. My name is Tanya Hunter. I'm the one facilitating this learning today, as well as the one reading the excerpt. I hope that you enjoy this presentation. Thank you. I routinely make book recommendations for a reading. I always like to recommend the books that I've written for you to read. However, I often do other books as well. But for this platform today, it will be a book that I have written. I will do an excerpt reading from the book. I will give you the title and description for that book, as well as your options for purchasing the book if you care to do so. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. Hello, the title of this book is Look Less, See More. Claim Your Love by Realignment of Your Mind. This book was written by Tanya B. Hunter. This book is a work of nonfiction. It's sort of a self-help manual, even though some of the scenarios in the book are of the author's imagination. This is a self-help nonfiction book. It's about love and relationships. Ever wonder how there can be nearly 8 billion people on this great planet, yet people still manage to be lonely and without a mate? Many years ago, I often jokingly said, if I were a wildebeest, all I had to do was to go in the heat and I would have a partner by noon. But human beings are more complex than mere animals. Or are we? Let me share with you the revelations that I've discovered about relationships and loneliness. Let me share the key components to finding and keeping love. We pray to the universe to send us a good man or a good woman whom we can spend the rest of our lives together. We claim that we trust the universe, but do we really? How much trust do we really have, and are we willing to accept whatever the universe decides for us? Nope. No, we do not. We constantly reject what the universe sends us on a daily basis. We meet people all the time and just simply overlook, or we do not notice or recognize their value. The guy at the checkout stand is wearing overalls and has cement residue on his shoes. You grow offended as he tries to talk to you. You tell yourself that he must be crazy to think that a guy like him would ever get a girl like you. You gather your bags and you go home to the empty, lonely house and you wonder what is taking the universe so long to send you Mr. Right. You conclude that there are no longer any good men around and that you are going to be single all your life. You begin to accept that you can take care of yourself and do not need a man. You take your shower and you go to bed alone once again. You arise the next morning, cheerful as usual, as you get ready for your day. As you are about to leave the house, you get an alert on your phone. It is a message from an old acquaintance from your past that is coming to town. He stated that the company that he is working for is sending him and a few of his team members to meet a prospective client. He stated that he wants you are available to show him and his coworkers around town. The friend proceeds to tell you that they are meeting at a nearby restaurant and would love for you to join the team. You delete his message and block him because you remember what kind of person he was when you knew him. You remember that he was irresponsible and could not hold his liquor. You remembered how he flirted with other women he saw even the elderly women at church. You could only imagine what he's like now. Several months has passed now since you have that conversation with the universe. You are still wondering what is taking so long and where's the man of your dreams. You decide to have a conversation with the universe because surely something has gone wrong. So you still quietly as you begin to meditate and then begin to fellowship with your guardian angels. You ask them why your request for a man has not been answered. You remind them that you have been waiting patiently for months. One of them began to speak, and what they told you sounded like an old story you have heard so many times before. The angel proceeded with the story. She said a man was stranded in a flood and was calm because he knew God would save him. He told everyone that came to rescue him that he was okay and that he was waiting on God. He told that to the person in the boat as well as the person with the helicopter. He told them that he was waiting for God, therefore they could just go on about their business. So when the hour grew late and the man realized that he was still waiting, he grew weary and started to question his God. He asked his God why he did not come and whether God wished that he perish rather than being saved. His God looked at him and said, "You were given a boat and a helicopter, and you choose to ignore both. You are still confused, as your angel is telling you this story because you have no idea what she is talking about. You begin to think back, and you cannot recall any good men coming your way. So you ask your angel to explain what that story has to do with you. Your angel told you to think back to the time you saw the guy in the checkout covered in cement dust. You stated you remember the guy well and stated you are a professional woman who would prefer a professional man. You stated that the man you wanted must be clean cut and well dressed. Your angel asked you what does clothes have to do with whether he is a good man or not. You stated that you like what you like and you did not find that dusty old guy attractive at all. Your angel proceeds to tell you that he was actually a professional person and he owned his own construction company. The reason he was all dusty was because his client set a new deadline for the project, so he pitched in to help his workers so they could finish soon to spend time with their families for the holidays. Your angel continued to tell you that the guy was so generous that he was willing to hang up his his tailor suit and put on a pair of overalls to help his client as well as his workers. Your angel tells you that the guy was really someone that could fulfill all of your needs, desire, and as a bonus, he was everything that you put on your list of qualities that you wanted in a man. Then your angel reminded you of the next time you received a former acquaintance. You remember your angel said you definitely did not put a drunk on your list of qualities for a man. Your guardian angel then told you that of course you deserve better than a drunk, but your man was one of his co-workers that he was planning to introduce you to once you agreed to join him. So see, you missed out on all of those possibilities because you weren't aware and was looking so hard that you could not see what was right in front of your face. I love the Q&A session because people always ask me the same question. Why did you like this book? Okay, so once again, you live and you learn. You hear stories from other people. You begin to come up with thoughts and you process as you mature. And one of the things I've always questioned, why people find it so difficult to get along. What's so hard about getting along? Man was made for woman, woman was made for man. Why is it so difficult for a man and a woman to get together and do what they're supposed to do? So I started observing my coworkers. I started observing myself, my behaviors. I started observing people on television to see how they were interacting with each other. So I jotted down some ideas and some thoughts about myself, my friends, my coworkers, my colleagues, my family members, as well as the people in the community, and came up with this idea to write this book about relationships. I believe that we look so hard, we look right past the one that the universe has for us. Okay, so the next question is, who is the intended reader? The intended reader for this book is someone who is interested in relationships, getting along with people who just love to read, people who may already have a relationship, but may have a friend or family member that has asked them for help and helping them figure out why they can't find someone or find someone but not be able to keep someone, that maybe this information will be helpful so that they can help others. Okay, so is this book available in a digital format? Currently, this book is now only available in paperback. You can find this book as well as other books at Amazon.com. Thank you for listening to this excerpt today. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Remember to visit me on Amazon.com. Thank you.